and welcome back to my channel. So today I wanna touch up on a subject that we started on here the other day with me talking about the vampire crab pot pie video, where I explained how this new dish, or yeah, it is new with the corn update, is one of the best ways to make money in a shorter period of time compared to the celebration cakes. Although we have done some speedruns of that and we've done some amazing times, so I might make a video about that if I can find it interesting enough. But today is about the vampire crabs, which you can catch in Bahari. However, I want to talk about the items I have here on my bar, the buzzy jar and the smoke candle, because I find these two objects are enough for finding the vampire crab, and of course you will be needing the standard smoke bombs. I just want to show you how simple they are to make. So you want to go in here in this toolbar up here in the buzzy jar. It just requires some uncommon bug, a light bulb, and some silk thread, which I tend to have so much of because I hunt all kinds of rare bugs that gives these strings. So you can make however many you need. I already have like a bunch, so I can just make some. And the smoke candle are really good for not accidentally scaring the crab, which can make it better or much more smoother to catch them. I already have a lot, so I don't want to make more, but those are really nice too. I've seen a lot of people talking about needing the honey lure to catch the rare insects, but I don't find them useful in this scenario. We've done a lot of bug catching before, and I find whenever we did it with the lures, we actually didn't get more compared to when we just stayed at the sunken fortress for the entirety of the night. And for that you just need 2 buzz jars and I think around 4 of the smoke candles, and 100 bombs is enough. Let me just take you all to the location and I can show you how it's done. So this is the area you want to be, the flooded fortress, and I like to stay primarily here in the middle because you can get a view of the whole place with your buzz jar. The way the buzz jar works is you activate it, which we can do now, even though it's a bit ahead of time. But this gives you the ability to see rare bugs around the area. For the time of the vampire crabs, they start to spawn at 6 p.m. and they will keep spawning until 3 a.m. So here in just a few more seconds we will see the first vampire crab spawn. So heading back to the talk of the honey lure, yes, you can also use that. Again, they don't produce more of the vampire crabs compared to just spending the time here with the buzz jar. And the other issue is they can also spawn the spineshell snail. So let us see. You often have to move a little bit around, and you can already see we have the first spawn right here. There will be other people that might also look for the crabs here because it has become more popular. But yeah, and also make sure not to lose out when people come running past, because they can't scare them and that will send them running. So keep an eye on it. So you can find them here at the entrance to the mine, over here on the sand on this bank, and here, and along this line here too. So it's just about keeping a good eye on the bugs. So you can see here, we can see the bugs here outside. However, if we just go up around here, it kind of disappears. So you can also use the time going up and do some mining for the Palia ore here or on the other side. But I prefer just keeping an eye on the little compass up here to not miss out on the vampire crabs. Right here is another one. It depends, like sometimes you only need one shot, sometimes you need more. So you can do this with others, like in a group, but then you have to make sure that everyone is ready to capture it at the same time. Like throw the balls like relatively within the same second, otherwise they might miss out. So let us just wait all for the next one. This one might also be outside. Yeah, this is also outside. So we'll just ignore that one. And here we have another one spawning on the bank, and this one is on the other side, so we don't worry about that one. I think I did see someone else, but it seems like they are not coming. I do try to make sure not to just take the crabs just for myself if there's other people also hunting. So in a night like this, I primarily get around 15, like averagely get 15 every night. There are sometimes 1 or 2 that I miss with if there's other people that might scare them, or if someone else come and catches them and I wasn't really paying that much attention. And there's also this rock. This rock right here tends to spawn like a few crabs, or at least one, and it traps them inside of it and you cannot catch it. And it is very annoying. So I hope at some time they will fix that, so the bugs cannot get trapped inside of that. Here we have another one on this side. So yeah, they kind of change the side. Like, there's not really no rhyme or rhythm to where they're gonna spawn. So you just have to keep keeping an eye on them. And some will be star quality, and you can use them as well if you don't plan on putting them on display. They will up the chance of getting a star quality dish. However, there was something that I didn't really mention in the last video that I feel the crab pot pie compared to the celebration cake in general, even without the star quality crabs, have a higher chance of giving star quality meals. So that is very nice in itself. Oh, and here we have another one. See, this one also spawned on this side, so it doesn't always change its size. So you can't just immediately go to the other side after catching, thinking that it will spawn on the other side, because that may not be the case. I feel like the one that I fear the most of losing out of is the one that spawns closest to the entrance to the mine, because a lot of people run through there when they are doing the Palia mining, and it's harder to see if someone does run out from that entrance. Compared to when it's here, we can see if there's traffic from the people. But it's not that bad. If I miss out of one crab, it doesn't do that much of a difference. You will if you want to host a party where you have 100 crabs, you will have to spend like 6 to 7 nights here. And you don't have to like stay here like all the day too. You can do other things and then come here by night with your items. I usually always have these items on me to catch insects whenever I need to or want to. Oh, we have another one right here. Thankfully, this is outside of the rock. You can see they spawn really fast and really nice and often easy to catch. However, the amount of tries it takes to catch a vampire crab depends on the equipment you have. And when it comes to like the bombs, you don't need to use the green or the black ones. The regular ones are just perfectly fine. As you can see, it only takes me 1 shot to get them, so that is very nice. Sometimes they take a lot. Like there's not really any rhyme or rhythm to that. It's just keep throwing until you get him. Oh, and we have another one on this side. You can see already I have caught 6. And we haven't spent that much time here. I feel like this is a very fast way to harvest these, and honestly, the time goes by really fast when you just focus on catching. Oh, and we have another one. Of course, it can be a little bit boring to just, for me, I just run around in circles until I see a spawn. If you find that a bit too boring, you can also, as I said before, go up and mine the Palia. They spawn in with 5 minutes difference. There's also the fishing spots right here where you can find different kinds of fish. There are some specific fish that only spawns at the dawn and dusk and nighttime, so you can try and get for those. There are fishing nodes here too. So there are the options of doing that. But I just like to just run around here and waiting for the crabs to spawn. Oftentimes I watch some YouTube videos, as you can watch mine, watch some more tips. And I also do some streams now and again. I do Monday and Friday, so you can always tune in for that. Do different things, questing, some partying. I do some honey lures with people for other insects, for the rainbow tip butterfly, and so much more. So make sure also to join my Discord if you want to be included in any kind of fun things. Also, I do have my own community now, so if you are in a need of a community, you can always just write me and request to become one of the pack, because it is open for everyone who likes to join and also likes to do these kind of activities. And you know, I'm a heavy grinder of the game, so if you are a grinder too, you are most welcome. Here we got another one. I just noticed that my smoke candle has run out, which isn't really that bothersome for me. They usually just catch them even before getting up to them. This was a horrible throw though. So I often get them before they even notice me. The smoke candle is good if you are doing this in a group, because you don't want to scare the crab before your friends are there, because then they might miss out. Which, you know, is a shame, because you can at parties just rotate. So it's not just one person that is supplying all the crabs. This way you can do more than just a few, and you can do like a party of 100 if you just splitting it up all together in between you. So there's that way to make the money a bit faster, because it does take some time to catch all the crabs this way. But if you just do it like whenever you are near Bahari at the right time, it doesn't feel like you're actively grinding it. It can be a little bit boring at sometimes. But yeah, so you just slowly build up your stock of vampire crabs. You can see they are very easy to catch. And it is about time that my Buzzy has run out. You can activate it like already now if you want to. You'll waste a little bit. I'll just keep it ready and activate it when it's just about to run out. So now. And make sure you don't accidentally right click it twice, because it will take another one and just refill it a little bit, even though it's not needed. So make sure you don't waste it unnecessarily. Here we have another one. So this is one that is near the entrance. I always feel scared that someone is just about to run out and catch it or scare it, because it's so close to that. Usually there's no issue, but sometimes there are just people that runs by and it's no fault to them. They are doing their own business, so you just have to keep a sharp eye on the compass bar over here. And here we have another one. We're already up on 12 crabs right now. This will be number 13. That was a horrible throw. Sometimes I can, sometimes I cannot. Thankfully it doesn't really do much that you scare it. Sometimes it'll be a bit more difficult to catch. And what do you know? Another level. So once I get to like 13 and I look at the clock, I'm like, okay, it might just be only 2 more spawns. And because it like you have to use like 2 jars if you want like the full night, I often just head over to this part of the map and try and look for some rainbow tip butterflies. You can just travel through the mine and then go over to look, or like here there's also rainbow tip butterflies. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I just travel home after spending the night here. So that is up to you if you wanna use the bossy jar to its full potential, or if it doesn't really matter that much. For me, I make so many of the jars anyway, so sometimes I just don't really make an effort to do more to spend the entirety of the time. So here we have another one. And caught, and a sweet leaf. Ah. So the sweet leaves does give these leaf hopper mantis, if you don't know that. So if you do need these, you can just go around, farm the sweet leaves, and you will have the chance of leaf stalker mantis. So that was a little bit of a bonus for me. A bonus tip for you. And we got another one. Let's hope it's not inside the rock. And it is, unfortunately. As you can see, it's right in here and it's not coming out. So we'll just go around in here and then it will despawn. That was a bit unfortunate. I was actually thinking we might get more than 15 this night, because I still could see us getting like 2 more spawns. But unfortunately, because of that one spawned in there, I think I might only get 15 as the standard, but maybe get more. I'll have to see. Oh, we have another one over here. And if you aim and you start to regret like aiming it, you don't have to throw it. You can just right click and then you stop aiming. I just like to pre-aim on a bug that I'm in the middle of catching, should it still want to move after. We have a person over there. But we might only get 1 more spawn. When it's around 2 AM, you can expect only seeing 1 more. Sometimes 2. But in generally, I only see like 1 more spawn at this point. And if it's really close to the 3 AM, you have to note that if it does become 3 AM, it will despawn even if you're in the middle of catching it. But we will have to see. Oh, there is a spawn over here. Oh, and that was a shiny one. So we've gotten 15 regular ones and a shiny one. It looks like someone is also trying to catch bugs over here. It's a bit late for the vampire thing. It is just at the end of the night. But we'll try and keep looking if there should be just one more. I don't think so. But one can hope. As you can see, we actually have one more spawn. However, we're just at the last minute at it. And it might despawn right in front of us. Oh, that was actually so close. That was so close. I didn't actually think we would get that one, so that was really lucky. So when you're cutting it that close with the last one, it might just have also just despawned instead of being caught. But that is all the vampire crab catching I can do for this night. Sure, you can ask yourself, isn't it just easier to go down to the other beaches and catch the spineshell ones? And yes, it is faster. However, you do get a lot more money this way, and I don't mind spending the time to catch the vampire crab. It is also a really good source of silk. You can see here for this night got 58, and then it itself is also a lot of money, or it is good for making furnitures, whatever you want to use it on. And as I mentioned before, it doesn't have to just be one person providing the crabs. You can ask for a party where everyone brings 20 and then you rotate or whatever you want. You can also just, again, make them by yourself. It is still a profit, as I mentioned in my video in the comments below. So yeah, I hope this video helped you to catch more vampire crabs. Let me know in the comment section below if you want more bug guide videos, because I have thought of making some of those. I am gonna make a video very soon about opening some waterlogged chests. I almost have enough for a full inventory, so that is gonna be very excited. So make sure to subscribe to my channel to see more Palia content. And until next time, have fun. Bye.